Who doesn't miss the 1960s? I do, and I wasn't even there. Well, I was kind of there. I was there as a thought. Because my mother, Rita Peckus, Rita Kay, was born in 1962. Which means in like 1969, she was a 7-year-old girl, and she was like, one day, I'm gonna have a baby. She believed in that dream. And in the summer of 1986, my mother had a sleepover in her house that she bought from Todd Frye on Mount Airy, North Carolina, America's #1 TV hometown. Todd Frye was married to Michelle Frye. They had children too. Nathan Frye, Candace Frye, Justice Frye. Todd Frye became the stupidest Grand Mason this world has ever seen. Asked me later about, things that YouTube picks up, voices, and keywords, and things like that. So before the legendary Miss Britney Spears was born, well, after she was born, but while Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was, chart-topping on the radio, that's where my mother, Rita, had a sleepover in her house with her husband. It was completely normal. Things got really hot and steamy in that sleepover. It was the last week in July in 1986. It was when literally Whitney Elizabeth Houston, our national treasure, had a #1 on the radio called How Will I Know? That's when Tom Acosta inserted his penis into Rita Trevette. Well, Rita Acosta's. She became Rita Trevette later. And her vagina ejaculated. Sperm came out just as they had planned it. And I became a thing in April 1987. Just as they wanted to. Which is normal. But I missed the 1960s. And here's why. Because in the 1960s, we had some of the best music. And that's one thing that me and Rita, whoever she is now, Rita Kay today, if her husband, Richard Peckus, is alive, we'll just find out later. Nobody knows. But homeless for 625 days, but like that family's fucked up. Anyway, I missed the 1960s because we had really good music. That's one thing me and Rita will agree with. But we also had like natural, normal deaths. One time. If your father was a dirtbag in the 1960s, he had a stroke and died, or had a heart attack and died, and it was just like, well, that took long enough, and it was just like, put that sucker in the ground, and just life went on, except for him. Now we have the new millennium. Tom Acosta has been a shitty person forever. He literally haunts my dreams. When you're homeless, what do? You just sleep when you can, wherever you can. I keep fighting to go back to work because that's all you people care about. But turns out, Tom Acosta has been a shitty person and he's already died 3 times. He was already in hell 3 times. West Virginia University Medicine likes to do science experiments. Really shitty ones. So it's just so frustrating because it's like every time he comes back from hell, he just keeps getting shittier. Last time, he came back a child molester. I mean, it's just like, he's still completely, fully uncaught. It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, maybe next time he'll come back and be a child molester that beats Rita again and like with a big horn on his head. We don't know yet, but it's just like, you have to understand how much I want to deal with it on Oprah. The Oprah Winfrey Show, which she could just, do a little hour on CBS. But who remembers that time in like 1992, 1993? When Oprah Winfrey's career was kind of like, it wasn't doing too good because of like Jenny Jones and Rachel, no, not Rachel Ray. What's the other big girl? You know what I'm talking about. What's her name? Ricky Lake. And Jerry Springer was coming on, and like Oprah had competition. So what did they do? Well, Oprah Winfrey called Michael Jackson. It was like, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, who created Thriller and Bad and all these songs that like completely would be appropriate for my father, Tom Acosta. Friends with Governor Jim Justice, Senator Joe Manchin. Anyway, point is, Oprah called Michael Jackson, and she was like, Michael, you're going to help me with my career because I'm going to fake care about all your silly little problems. But, Michael, I need you to do something for me. And he was like, yeah, what's that, Oprah? And she said, Michael Jackson, I need you to come on air and look weirder than anything we've ever seen. And he was like, oh, I will. And Oprah Winfrey was like, but Michael, Madonna's looking pretty weird these days. Madonna Chacon, Bay City, Michigan. Are you sure you can look weirder than her? And Michael Jackson was like, Oprah, she ain't got nothing on me. I promise. I'm going to go on there looking weirder as fuck. And Oprah was like, Michael, you better. And that's exactly what happened. Michael Jackson showed up on the Oprah Winfrey Show looking whiter than Casper the Ghost. And like, I'm like, Demerol, having probably just came up Macaulay Culkin from the Home Alone movies. Yep. And there they were, talking about Michael Jackson's problems, but he was looking more fucked up than we've ever seen him look before. And that's how that happened. So I wish that Oprah could just do for me what she did with the most fucked up look of Michael Jackson when her career needed saving. Today, she doesn't even need her career being saved. I don't need to look weird as fuck to be on Oprah. I just want to be like, Oprah, I'm tired of my dad dying and coming back from hell and being fucked up more than he was before and doing more fucked up shit. And she'd be like, I know. And then we have them weird GIF things that Oprah does. And then like, I would feel better. I can relate to J-Lo. As in Jennifer Lopez, as in Jenny from the Block. That J-Lo married Ben Affleck, who married Jennifer Garner. And I was like neighbors with Jennifer Garner's parents in Charleston, West Virginia, where Governor Jim Justice is supposed to be governing with baby dog, his dog's asshole. So many keywords. But why was Todd Frye, mentioned, and like, why did he become the stupidest Grand Mason the world has ever seen? Well, beyond being homophobic, he is, but I really did believe Todd Frye is probably the best person in the universe to come to with information about my dad sleeping with a 7-year-old boy, hopping on him like he was a dirt bike. I really did think that Todd Frye would be able to say the words, Nathan, this is terrible news. I will see to it that things start getting better in some way. You were not alone. He never did. That's why he is the stupidest Grand Mason this world has ever seen. And I can't wait to make more videos. Keywords and Todd Frye.